What's up, guys? It's your boy Oros Mampofu.
And your girl, Big Carmichael.
And together we are Black Love Unplugged. Guys, it's another week. It's actually officially the 11th week right now. So we made it through our 10th episode and it was so beautiful. Thank you to everyone who actually came out and
so
supported us. Yeah, especially the live. It was so enjoyable. I enjoyed every element of it. It actually became more of a pinnacle and more of a celebration than I expected it to be.
Yeah. It just wasn't the same when it was just you and I celebrating, but once we let everyone else in, and just to see how involved people actually are, like
it was a huge reality check, and it was really humbling to say the least, guys. We're so humbled by the love, the support, all the commenting. Like, the comments were so amazing. Even during the live stream on our Instagram page, we went live and you guys came through in your numbers and you supported and you followed and you commented, and it was amazing. Like, it was so incredible.
Amazing, yes.
I think the highlight for me, what was the highlight for you in the whole?
No, you can go first.
I think the highlight for me was actually, for the first time, we had a chance to integrate all of our family and friends to our Black Love Unplugged experience. And it actually became so clear to us how much followers they are and how supportive they are to the movement as well.
That was a highlight for me too.
Yeah.
Actually, and it's just also just so amazing to hear people around you see the growth that you have made as a person.
Yeah.
You know, and be like, I'm so proud of you, you know, like, so the support was overwhelming that day.
Yeah, I think also another thing was the fact that people came through, and when you asked them, like, dude, the questions we had, some of them were but one of them, the last one was pretty tough. The one when people had to know, and I think they ended up saying, was it in a Bantu moment? It was
the first question, see,
it was the last question, I think. I'm not sure. We stand to be corrected, of course, but what I loved about it is that people were even commenting while people were answering, saying, no, this is the episode, this is exactly what Aura said. Oh, I think when you're talking about Jaden and what Willow Smith.
No, it was something to do with, it was in what episode were Bianca and Aura's afraid of, or was Bianca afraid of what people would think of her dating?
Exactly, that is a tough question for someone who, like, the fact that people knew which episode, they knew what the subject was and everything. That was amazing for me. Like, it showed that we actually have some diehards.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. That was beautiful, guys.
So today we decided to shoot her in the Khmer.
Because
it's the mayor outside.
Yeah. No, it's really cold. What is the temperature?
PJs, I don't know. I haven't checked what the temperature is.
It is pretty cold.
But it's quite cold. So you're gonna enjoy the wall view today.
Yeah, sorry guys. These are men and best strong.
Yeah, so you said we're reading through comments, like, so, you know, we realize that you guys actually like hearing what people actually have to say.
And our people are pretty funny. Our people are pretty funny. Like, I think my favorite part is actually the comments.
Really?
Yeah. It is actually the comments. It's 11 degrees out there. Okay, no, it's 14.
14.
It's 14, yeah.
Sheesh. But it's like...
It's cold.
Yeah.
It's very breezy. It's nippy out there, and
Yeah.
So, let's get right to it.
Let's do it.
Bianca, you're going to do it for us. You know you're the reader between us. I'm not that great.
There's no such thing.
I'm not that great.
Not a great reader.
Guys, I know where my strengths are. When it comes to my strengths, I speak out very loudly about them. So, I feel like it takes the same... 275 comments. Damn. Y'all came through. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Okay, so I think we'll go through how many comments?
Let's see how it goes.
Okay. So I'm gonna read the first one, which is from Khonsi Tobejane.
Shout out Khonsi Tobejane. Thank you so much for commenting.
If I said your name wrong, I'm so sorry. Aura, so much compliments to the exes. I understand why Bianca says it already puts so much into thought, but I love you guys still.
Okay, so she felt a little bit like, wow, why
why are you complimenting your exes so much? Like,
yeah, but like, guys, they're humans at the end of the day, and just me generally as well. But even when it comes to people that I could say like are my enemies or people that I don't see eye to eye with, you know me, B. I've always been someone who's optimistic.
People are coming
in
from
the
the
way I
point
choose to
of
see
view
them.
of, like, there's a lot of comments I was reading where people were saying that I just wouldn't feel confident and comfortable with how, you know, someone praises their exes like that because it seems like there's something that you're still holding on to. You, like, you know, a lot
But
of
isn't
people
that an
are-
indication though of something that you need to work through as an individual? When
But
you feel like
I agree,
you know-
but I also just feel that people are different and you know
Yeah.
your partner, be sensitive to your partner. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess there's two sides to it. Is that you have to be sensitive to your partner's insecurities, but I also feel like you also shouldn't be sitting
think
there
it's a-
nursing
I
their
agree.
person.
I don't
You
think
should
it's an
build them
insecurity per
to
se.
be
Sometimes
overcome.
it's just a discomfort. You know, there's some people who go into things believing that exes are a no-no. Then you meet someone who's like exes are yes. It's gonna be uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's got nothing to do with insecurities. It's just I'm not comfortable with it.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay, then next comment is
See,
from
sometimes you just gotta agree to disagree, man. Like
the next comment is from Miss A.
Miss A, what up, Miss A?
Hello,
Hope
girl.
you're good, girl. Yeah,
It
baby.
says, I really love how you were open and honest, Bianca. You're getting more comfortable being in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like, guys, please respect people who do this camera job, ne? It's
Especially because this is actually not scripted, so we go where we want. Sometimes it is scripted and you literally have to hit the marks all the time. It's not an easy thing. Respect, eh?
yeah, trust. And
Yeah.
then-
If you didn't know, now you know.
Then I'm here for Kumbelo Tandavatu.
Kumbelo, Tandava.
Kumbelo Tandavatu.
Kumbelo.
Kumbelo. Kumbelo.
Yeah, Kumbelo. Kumbelo.
Kumbelo.
Please do correct us.
Tandavatu.
Please do correct us. Yeah.
Kumbelo. Is it
Kumbelo.
Tandavatu? Exes are meant to stay in the. Kumbelo, sorry.
Yeah, I know. We spent our time trying to figure out a name.
Exes are meant to stay in the past. What are they doing in my present relationship as a friend or as a shoulder to cry on whenever we fight? Mind you, shoulders to cry on are mostly the ones partners end up cheating on you with. They literally destroy the relationship. My girl Bianca, as I was watching this video, I saw Uri, hi man. Oris doesn't deserve you. At the end of the day, I believe there's an ex he's still eyeing.
Ooh. Oh my gosh, really? Like that far? It doesn't deserve. I don't deserve her, guys. Okay.
Yeah, I believe there's an ex he's still eyeing.
Wow, that's so deep. I'm actually happy that you brought it out.
I
It's
randomly landed on the thing like.
No, but I'm happy that you actually read it out because it shows that it's not like we're picking out comments that are most
The
conducive
nice
or not.
ones.
Yeah. No, I'm not, guys. Like, I think sometimes we need to, as individuals as well, get to a point where we can accept people regardless of the way we broke up with them, regardless of the past, whether someone stole money from you, regardless of whether someone, you know, people do things in the past, but like, that doesn't put us in a position where we should hold on to that person through pain, through envy, through anger, through resentment, you know? I feel like the best way to move on in your life is to accept someone for the role that they played in your life and then be willing to move on, you know? Do you think that I don't deserve you, baby?
Of course you deserve me, baby. No, the thing is that I've realized like there's a lot of comments where people actually do say that you're not 100% in the relationship. I've had comments where people are like, oh, this won't last, you know, like, and just based on because people feel that you're so stuck in your ways.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
think.
And for me, it's hurtful reading things like that, but we opened ourselves up to this,
Exactly.
you know, and people are allowed to think what they do. But for me, the lesson that I have been trying to get out there to people is that
There's always more than one perspective.
know where your partner stands, know who your partner is. Love the person who your partner is,
Yes,
you know? And just because you share certain perspectives about certain things, how many times have we said sometimes we're being devil's advocates, sometimes this is not it. So I think sometimes people take things quite personally because I'm just such a sweetie and I'm so easy to love to me. So yeah, like
I hear you, and you know, just based on the comment that she made, or whatever her name is, it's quite a long name. Kumbule. Okay. Like the point that I want to get to with her is that, and just like this situation, I have to agree with her view on things in terms of that it's her perspective. You know, for me to be like, now and just get angry and lose my. And I think it's the same thing with everything in life. You have to take some things with a pinch of salt and be like, okay, I don't think they're personal. I think most things are connected to the experience that very person that is saying or that you had an experience with is coming from. So you can't take it personally.
Yeah, but we must also remember that these are conversations that people are not used to. You're not used to seeing people having in relationships.
Exactly.
So when you speak about these things, it means that
something is up.
Because it's not a norm.
Yeah, and I guess it's part of evolving as a community. I think we are contributing something very. I can't wait for that. We're contributing something very powerful by actually creating a space where we can communicate about what the things we feel, what people think about us, and the things we talk about, and then and we can still kind of make that a dialogue space. Yes, you know.
I agree. So I think, should we take the last one, or you want to?
No, I think I'm enjoying this.
It looks like we're gonna make this the topic today.
No, we're gonna move on.
So Alice Nonjingo, girl, you cracked me up. I'm sure you saw my reaction.
Yeah, I want to see this comment. Shout out
Alice Nonjingo.
Shout out Alice Nonjingo.
Nonjiko.
Oh, Nonjiko.
Yes. Okay. I see every time when I start to watch, I'll see you guys having snacks. Then I'll pause, go fix myself something.
Oh gosh, yeah, you know. Like, but at least this time we went a lot more healthier than last time. Yeah, last time we were
binging on bomb photos.
Yeah, it was pretty hectic.
Alright. Okay, you tell me when to stop with
keep going. I think we're
okay, someone is like Tabeleng Ramuliki is like, I love you guys. Exes should be strangers to one's life, more especially if you are now committed to someone else.
I don't know, man. Like, I struggle with this whole thing of like having this life of barriers and restrictions, and I guess maybe for me it's my creative element, you know, like musicians, actors, and you know, and people from the arts, like whether it's painters or whatever, they draw from every element of their life to express themselves currently. So if I'm playing a character where I was dumped, I will draw from that. If I was playing a character from, or even a musician, you know, when they write songs. So Tina, we're so in tune with our previous experiences and the relationships and those.
So that you want to stay connected with that person, so you can stay in tune with that feeling.
My point is, we don't. Part of healing, Bianca, is acknowledgement. So Tina, we go through a lot of acknowledgement and healing when we write a song about a breakup that we went through. And once you've written a song and you've let that thing out, you no longer feel the heaviness of the experience that you went through.
Yeah, but
whereas in some people, they break up with someone and they don't want to talk to that person again until they literally run into this person by mistake, and then it's like, oh shit, all these emotions that they've been bottling or hiding come to the surface.
So you feel that you need to continue speaking to your ex so that you get over them?
No, my point, my love, is that us as artists, we're not afraid. This whole thing of, we should or shouldn't encounter or interact with our exes, it's not as big a thing for us because we deal with those emotions And I feel like a lot of people don't deal with their emotions with their exes, and it's
I
part of the
hope
reason
that
why
like artists
they don't
are
want to be in
actually
touch.
watching this,
Yeah.
because if you're talking for them and you're not talking the truth, shout out.
For sure, guys, feel free to talk. But in my opinion, I feel like a lot of people don't deal with their emotions regarding their past, and they rather keep it there.
Some
And then
is
it
too
becomes a
painful,
problem.
or some people come from abusive relationships. Some people, you know what I'm saying? Like some people come from hectic relationships that it is healthy to cut that off.
Yes, it's healthy to cut that off, but you need to deal with the emotion.
Yeah,
Is my
but you
point.
don't have to reach out to someone to
No,
be
my
able
love,
to deal with an
Kaloku.
emotion.
My point is, yeah, it's not about this. The crux of what I'm discussing is not about that person being in your life.
Oh,
It's about
no,
us as
okay.
artists dealing with the
Oh, it's
emotions,
just that
so
no
that if we
comments.
do have an opportunity to talk to someone out there, or that we do run into someone, it's not as harsh, and we don't see it as a problem having that
Yeah, I
interaction.
hear what you're saying now, but what I'm saying is that her comment was talking about having exes in your life. That's why
Yeah.
I kept on rebutting what you're saying, because I'm like, huh?
Okay. Okay.
Then Udimpongwenya, hi girl,
Okay, this one can be the last one.
is like, yes, my Saturdays are never the same. Thank you guys for originality and authenticity. I genuinely love you guys so much.
Wow, man. Thank you so much. What's your name?
Dimpo.
Thank you so much. This is Dimple, man. Like it's also such a pleasure to have people who just comment to show that love. And you guys gotta comment. Please do continue to comment, show that love, subscribe, tell us what you guys think, because we really do appreciate your opinions. They are a beautiful kind of a indication of even our progress,
Yes.
and or even how people feel, because just we might think we out here being woke, kind of people are just like,
Sometimes, like, exactly, like, you still so far to go, but like, something that I also have been enjoying lately is that I'll see one person will comment, then under that person's comments, like a thread of conversations between
the people, is it? Yeah.
And I was just like,
yeah.
wow, like, we're literally learning from each other. Like,
And we're building a
I
community
love
and a
it.
safe
I
space for
love it.
people to have those types of conversations. So, guys, with that being said, please do continue. Please do comment, because it's clear that, you know, it's not just Black Love Unplugged as in Oros and Bianca. We are a community. We are building a community of young people who want to talk about these subjects that are taboo, that are awkward, that are uncomfortable. You know, that that other people might consider to be disrespectful, you know, to even be having. We want to cross those lines and have those conversations, because, guys, we need to come to an understanding and a mutual understanding around what it means to be young, black, and in love.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And with that being said, baby, do you want to tell them what the subject is?
I feel like I've been introducing subjects this past few weeks. Do you wanna?
No, you do it.
So today's subject is going to be, which is quite a thing in relationships as well.
Okay.
It's going to be chilling with single friends when you're in a relationship. So a lot of the times, people feel that their relationships are destroyed by
Or compromised, yeah.
or compromised by persons like that partner's single friends. You know, so that's what we're gonna be discussing.
Yeah, and then we're gonna. Didn't you say that there was a second one to it, where you said what time people?
Yes, yeah, I thought it was just gonna be incorporated into the subject, like, but basically, also when you're out with your single friends, some couples have curfews, so it was what's a disrespectful time to come back?
Is there a
Is there
disrespectful
a
time?
disrespectful time?
You know, should both, being that they're adults, be free to go and come as they please until as they please, right? Yeah. So do you want to start, or should I?
No, take it, love,
Let me start. I think for me, because this is one issue that I think a lot of women tend to have with their partners.
Yeah.
I think one major experience becomes that concern of, oh my gosh, are you going out with these friends? And women feel as if once you go out with a certain group of friends that live a particular type of lifestyle and that are single, you're most likely to undertake and partake in the practices that they take and that
Are
they
we
partake in.
correct in assuming so?
I think it's very difficult to say, Bianca. The reason because people break up and become like people become single, and people become in a relationship so like it's so interchangeable that that status. Because one moment you're with someone and then you break up, and it's like, okay, cool. So when I'm with you is when I'm single, and then when I'm not single, I go back to my boys, and then when I'm with my another partner again, and then it's
I
like,
don't think it's like that.
how is it?
I think for me, like, I mean, I have been a friend who's in a relationship while my friends were single and we went out. And they would do whatever shit they want to, you know, and stuff. But I knew that I was keeping myself intact. I wasn't getting, you know, like involved in, I was there to have fun. Now, chances are, if you're with your man, right, you started off as not his girl. You started off as you've seen him and his boys when, you know, they're out together and, you know,
okay.
this whole grabbing girls and da 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 da. So you know how, and, you know, so you kind of think, is he doing the same?
Oh, that things are going to continue. No, because when you met the partner, when you actually met the partner, he was single. So now he is not single. So what he is doing is exclusive from what his friends are doing.
What are the, okay, so society has taught us that.
Especially, well, I'm speaking on behalf of closer men. Closer men don't cheat.
Please, Jesus, he had to mention the one that shows
What?
us the fire. You know, this is why closer women do not want to date closer men. And yes, this is a subject we can speak about next time.
What?
Why do people refuse to date within their cultural?
Okay, let's leave that. Let's leave that subject. But my point is, have you ever caught your closer man cheating? Have you ever caught your closer man cheating?
You go ask me, yeah?
No, you've never had another closer man instead of me? You don't want to make it personal.
No.
Well, I'm just saying, a lot of closer men, I think they'll cheat. I don't think my brothers cheat. And I'll stand that. You know, all my closer people, all my closer brothers just comment there below.
Do you see what I'm
Be
saying?
like, yo,
This
we
is why
don't
they
cheat.
invite him to men's conference. It's this.
No, but on the real though.
God, how many memes have I read where they say, "Yeke lumxhosa lesifuna ukufa"? Like,
Okay, guys. No. But like on the real though, guys. Like I feel like men should not be held at ransom for the things that they did when they were single and that expected of them when they're in a relationship. Because we don't hold women ransom of the things that they were doing when they were single.
Okay, I'm gonna bring up 2 points there. Let's be honest. Men are known to be very sexual beings. It's
Yes.
promoted.
Yes.
What are the chances that if you go out with your boys and they bring girls and ini, like, you
That
know,
nothing's gonna happen.
that nothing is going to happen? Knowing ukuthi kunochwala and like, you know, all these influences, there's a girl, a hot girl who's throwing herself on you, like, you know, things like that. Let's be honest. Chances are it's gonna go south. Number 2, another thing that you have noticed, ne, is that a lot of the times when girls get into relationships, what do you notice about their friends?
That they disappear.
Nah?
So is that what you
Wait, and I was asking myself the question the other day, you know, like, why is it that women are so willing to let go of things, you know? And I guess women hold a relationship to a higher standard, whereby they realize things.
Partners relationship.
Yes.
Okay.
What do you mean partners relationship?
To a higher standard, because your friend's relationship is not to a high standard. Because
No,
you're
I'm
willing
saying
to
that
leave them in the dirt.
No, it's not about. You see, that's the thing. You cut someone off, you won't hear what they're saying.
Yes.
So, I think women recognize the things that threaten their relationships.
Okay.
Being out with your girls and having men come to your table, and because if you are a group of beautiful girls, trust me, you're gonna go out and men are gonna try to come to your table. It's not fair for you to say, guys, I'm in a relationship. Let's just keep it to us tonight. They have the right to live whatever life they want, you know. But that compromises you when people are constantly, even if I'm doing nothing, people are constantly seeing me.
Yeah, in that type of environment, and it's questionable at times. It can look questionable.
Yeah, but so I draw back from that.
But like my question is like, where does that put you with your friends? So wahlukana apha, and then
Babona girl.
oh, so it's like okay,
No,
I'm
I'm
betting on
joking.
them
No,
in
it's
the
not
event
like
that things go wrong.
No,
then I'll
it's
go
not
back
like
to
that.
them. How? What
you
is the
could decide.
solution?
I honestly, I don't know. The solution is a great solution. For instance, would be, for instance, for as what we do, what people are afraid of, communication with your man. You know, and for your man to not make you feel like, oh, I heard my boy saw you yesterday with your girls, and yeah, we are mhlaza, you know, all of those. It's society, you know, put these pressures on us that there's a certain role we're supposed to stand in.
Just like we have the same pressures.
I know that, babe, but I'm explaining. Né? So you're saying what's the solution?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I guess that's at you and your partner's discretion.
Okay. Like, I hear that, and like I can agree to it to a degree, but I think the truth of the matter, maybe sometimes it needs to be a situation of, okay, I go out with my if it's a certain type of friends, maybe I'll go out with them in a certain type of way that won't maybe compromise them.
Like go have dinner instead.
Go have
of
dinners and
nice
whatever.
time.
But then it's like, ever since you started dating Uban, you no longer come out with us, and it's like, is that really fair to a lifelong friendship, or at least a friendship
But
that's
the
been
thing
built
is
on
that
something
as
that's
well, because of the principles that women stand in, né? The reason why your boys keep inviting you is because they know what's for me, sometimes my friends could feel uncomfortable when I get there, you know? And I'm like, no guys, like I'm not interested in doing this. You know, when they pull themselves away and say, hey, ever since you got into a relationship, so we are bored. You know, so they also sometimes tend to pull themselves back because they feel that you guys don't have, you know. So that's also another reason. What do you think? Do you think I'm just pulling things out of my face?
No, like, I hear where you're coming from, but like for me, it's just a question of what is the solution around this thing. What is it? Because if you leave your friends and then you get into a relationship and then you're kind of neglecting the friends that you grew up with, or the friends that are people that you spend time with and that you confided in and so forth.
I
For a
personally
relationship.
lost a
And-
lot of friends when I got into a relationship
Exactly.
with you.
And
And it's not a choice that I made.
who made it?
Huh?
Who made it?
I don't know.
Like, how did you no longer?
Like, people just didn't want to chill with me anymore. Like,
So they felt like you were cramping the style because you no longer fit the life you
I
previously did?
don't know.
Well, something worth reflecting on, because it's like,
Yeah.
you have to make something of that.
Yeah, because I think I got into a relationship, and then it was someone who was well known. Then I fell pregnant.
Yeah, so it's like,
They
oh,
were just like, like, so yeah, like, yeah.
okay. No, like, but I guess, like, for me, it's a situation where I do feel like there is a lot of value. There is a lot of value in maintaining your friendships.
I
I
completely
don't
agree
feel.
with
I
you.
feel like it's very low-handed. I feel like it's very shallow of you as an individual to find a partner and then desert your previous
I
friendships.
completely agree.
Because
with
it's
you.
like it says you're literally friends with these people for convenience. The moment you find something that does
But
take
that's
the
what I'm
time,
saying.
then
That
now
it's
you
not.
it's compromise.
But I don't think it's fair for you to say it's convenience. I just explained to you.
No, I'm just talking generally.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, no, I'm not talking about my situation. I'm just talking about, I just explained to you that sometimes women recognize the threat to their relationship. About how.
Okay, Masidu Yalah, and then?
I don't know, Oris. We're trying to figure this out together.
Yeah,
Why are you
no.
throwing questions that.
No, I'm just like, because Kalogo, that's why I'm saying I feel like relationships are very important. And even if you feel like your relationship with your partner is more important for you, find a way to preserve your
But
friendship.
that's what I'm saying to you as well. For instance, if you say to your friends, friends, you know what? I'm not going to come for the nice time thing. Let's meet for lunch or whatever. What if your friends are nice time people?
But I think that in itself shows a level of intent from your side.
I don't think it's fair to say that you're friends with them for convenience.
No, but it shows a level of intent. If you're gonna step away from a friendship, when you were in it, and now you have a partner, and you no longer kind of entertain them in the way that you did previously, it kind of like, okay, then why would you?
But
I think so. That's why I think it's kind of important. I think as a lesson,
I completely agree with you, Oros. You should keep your friends. You need that. You need your own individuality. In how many times have I said, "Oh, can I please go out with you?" and you say, "No, I just want to be with my friend."
Yeah.
And then I stay home because I'm done. Like, and that time I'm miserable the whole time and stuff. So I agree. You need your individuality in your relationship. But we also need to recognize that friends do play a bad influence. Some friends do play a bad influence for your relationship.
Yeah. And it's true. And I think maybe the only alternative around a situation like this is to maintain your friends, but maintain them in a different way. And maybe if you used to go out, invite your friends to go paintball fighting, or invite them to a pool to come swim at your wherever you stay. Because in that way you kind of still preserve that friendship, but you don't compromise yourself by being in spaces.
But you know that every guy group has that friend who's always like, "Are there any girls?"
Yeah.
Or, "Nigga, you gotta bring through some honeys, like some guys literally can't chill they can't chill for like more than an hour or two with just guys in jail, and they need that dash of sweet."
Yeah, it is. Guys, I think it's an uphill battle, because there is no perfect answer around this thing. I really don't think there's a perfect answer around this thing. But it's really about asking yourself what's most important to you, what you're willing to get yourself involved in, and what you're not willing to get yourself involved in. And that is perfectly tailored to your lifestyle, to your relationship setting, to your environment, like that you're in, and the type of friends that you have. Maybe you're the one who was the loose cannon in your friends, and then ever since you got into a relationship, they're actually better people.
Oh.
And then when you go back into that same space, it's actually much more calm, because you were the one who actually got the party started. There's lots of dynamics. There's not of.
But sometimes it's honestly miscommunication. Like for instance, I can think of a personal thing where I think a month or two ago I wrote on my statuses or something to say, "If I've ever hurt you, I'm sorry." And one of my old friends reached out and said, "You hurt me when you did 1, 2, 3, 4," and I didn't know. And I had my own pains about the friendship, and I'm like, actually, I did that because you hurt me here. And she didn't see it like that. And we've been so good, like we've actually been better than we were before. Since then. So sometimes it's just miscommunication. Like someone can get into a relationship, and because you're used to spending every weekend with them, you think, she's in a relationship now, so uzenza ngcono. Kanti that person's just trying to build what they have with that person. It's new, and they.
So, moral of the story is it dangerous to have your ex? I mean, not your ex. That was the last subject. Is it dangerous to have? No, I was gonna say ex-friends, but they're not your ex.
Oh, okay.
Is it dangerous to have your friends, that are single, as your friends when you are in a relationship?
Yes.
Is it dangerous?
Single and slutty?
Come on.
I don't think it's dangerous. I think at the end of the day, in Zaba Inawe, who you are as a person, the type of friends that you have and what they do when they go out shouldn't affect. It's the decision you make when you go out there, and that's the assurance that your partner should have, and say, you know what, I know Guti, my partner's friends are like this, but
and such things are built at home. They're not built out there. And I think we put too much control in the external circumstances that have to do, like you say, like we were talking about, like with our friends that are single. When our friends that are single don't shove us into precarious environments or situations, or maybe they go as far as to offering it, but at the end of the day, it's up to the individual
Yes.
to make that decision,
Yes.
to take it up to themselves as to how they want to take
Yes.
move in this environment, you know.
Mm.
And I think that's what we should get into a discussion about, and we should move towards, especially as Black people, where we like, instead of being like, no, those guys are bad for you, dude, those people, you don't know how long they've known each other, you don't know what they've been through before you were even here. So you sit down with your partner, talk to him about the friends, and come to a consensus as to how you can keep the friends, you know, that you once had and that he once cared for, and move on. Because once you're gonna be
I
lonely
think that's
as
why
you're
for
gonna be
me,
lonely
as a person, and I'm sure you've noticed this with your friends, it is so important for me to build relationships with your friends so that I have a relationship with that person outside of, oh, that's Oris's friend.
Yeah.
So that I know that they're gonna do whatever they do, and I won't be blaming them for your decisions. Ngiyamthanda loyo muntu loyo, you know, I see him as a brother, and I can't blame him for the decisions like that you make, you know, as opposed to his friends, you know, like.
Yeah, but I don't think it should have to do with whether you know someone or not for your partner to take responsibility
easier to
for their
blame
own
someone
actions.
else when you don't know someone.
Yeah, but your partner should take accountability for his actions, and it shouldn't be a situation where it's blamed on anyone, because an adult has the acumen to make the decisions and to discern between what's right and wrong. So now, why is it the situation is like, your friends? You need to take account that no, your partner is irresponsible about 1, 2, 3, and he or she needs to grow out of that, and we need to work on that, or I need to leave this environment. Stop blaming abanye abantwana. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, now so what time is what time is disrespectful as a partner? But let's say you live together, like married couple, you know, whatever. What is a disrespectful time to come back home when you've been out with your single friends?
Not be, I would let you go out, ne? Well, I'll let you go out, but if it's later than Aboma 1, because 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, it's other times, man.
Baby, how many times have you walked into this house? Gabo.
2 o'clock, I'm saying.
Baby, what are the times where you walked in and the sun is rising?
Yeah, that was when we just met though, Pigalugu. I mean, imagine me coming back sunset in Ngoku. You know?
For me, personally, once kubeta 2, 3 and you're not home yet, I start getting a bit worried firstly, you know, of Logotsi Jesus, you know? Like, is this person okay? I haven't heard from your phone, you're off because batteries die. You know, so you know me, I worry about people's safety, and you know, it's something that is instilled with me. When I can't go anywhere without sending a message to my family and saying, just them leaving, they're literally 15 minutes away, but you see every time we leave them, they like, please let us know when you get home.
Yeah. But the thing is relative, B, because every single time you're out, it's for a different reason. Sometimes you'll be out and you're grabbing dinner, you know. If you're grabbing dinner, you should be back around 10, 11 max, if you're in for like 1, 2 drinks. You get what I'm saying? If it's a situation where it's like, okay, you decided that you're going out, if you're going out with people that I know, okay, cool, then it's like, okay, cool, come back later. You know what I'm saying? But now if it's a situation where you're out, you said you're going to go meet up with friends that I'm not really familiar with, and now it's crazy hours of the morning, about my 3, 4, then it's like, okay, cool, hold on. You know, what is happening here? Yeah, and I think it's also based on the nature of communication we're having throughout that night. So all of those things
for me, that's
are
what's
relative.
important is the communication. I've had moments where, like, you would come in about 4, 5, but you were communicating with me,
Throughout
like, you know, like, I miss you. There's been moments where, you know, like, you spoke and I was cool with it. Like, that okay, like, and I absolutely love it sometimes when you're out and then you send me these cute messages of how much you miss me.
Yeah.
Love. I'm just like, yes, stay there, miss me more.
No, but for you, do you think then for you there's an inappropriate time for you to be coming back? Like anything that you feel like, okay, if you're out under any circumstance, you'd be crossing a line.
I don't think I could say crossing a line per se.
Okay.
You know, because I feel that if I'm crossing a line, that means if you come back at that time, it's crossing a line as well. That's why I said, personally, I think if you say about dinner or whatever, you know, you 11 latest and stuff. If you guys decide you're gonna go out after that, communicate. You know, and then but also these sometimes these last minute things of I know we said it's just dinner, but we've decided to go out. Try to cut down on that because your partner's just like. You don't stick to what you're saying when you say you're going out for dinner, then jiggy. Like what?
No, but like
that's what I'm saying. Don't make
doesn't
it.
Don't make it
It happens, but don't make it a habit.
Yeah.
You know,
Totally.
when you say, okay, babe, I'm going out for the afternoon. I'll be back so we can have dinner together and watch a late movie. Then every time when I'm up in the afternoon, you're like, it's too nice, yeah. You know, because it does happen. Sometimes you go out and you're like, hey, you know, so yeah, and then obviously going out with like, let's say my girls or whatever, I think about 2, 3,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. No, I hear you. Like, I feel like it's relative. All of that stuff is relative. Even with regards to your friends that are single, it's relative to the type of life you lived. It's relative to the type of people you're surrounded by. It's relative to the type of life you're trying to lead moving forward in comparison to the life you've experienced and you were experiencing in the past. You know, all of it's relative. But I think at the end of the day, it's about like trying to figure out a harmony. You know, because I don't feel like it is wise for anyone to cut ties of a relationship based on
being in a
new relationship. I don't think it's smart because when you're alone by yourself,
you're
gonna need that support system. When you guys break up or things go south, or even something happened and you need like 2 months to be away from this person, you're literally gonna feel isolated or alone. Or even if your friends welcome you back, you're gonna feel like less of an individual for embracing or trying to run to these people only when you need them, and you know, kind of being away from them this whole time to only kind of come back when it's convenient for you. So I feel like for the people that need to do that, take time. If you need to send a message to that friend, you know, maybe that you haven't spoken to in a long time, ever since you've been in a relationship. Throw that text, be like, dude, I hope you're okay during this pandemic, and I want you to know that I'm thinking about you and I miss you, because sometimes you lose perspective on those things, but it's important to kind of move forward and forge as many relationships, healthy and otherwise, moving forward into our lives, because the healthier the relationships in your life and the thicker and the more stronger, more forged they are, the more
stronger your backbone.
Exactly, and the stronger your life is as an individual, the more richer
you
your life.
can't rely on one person for everything, guys. It's so dangerous.
It's dangerous.
Even if
that's what leads to abuse.
Ever after,
that's what leads to abuse.
Like we are creatures of socialization. You know,
you're sociable.
Yeah. So
yeah, I think that's a nice one, guys. But do comment, obviously. Tell us what you think. Tell us if you agree with Oras or Bianca, or if you agree with none of us, or if you agree with both of us. You know? But at the end of the day, we're a community trying to express and have discussions around things, whether it's comfortable or not. There's a lot of things, even in today's conversation, I was just like, this is not comfortable. But these are the things we need to learn to have. And to get to learn to be okay. You know, to not feel as if we have to be these people who hide what and who we are in this box, because we end up now living up an illusion of a truth of who we say we are that we aren't. And I'd rather people say, Oras, I don't agree with you here, I do agree with you here, you stupid here, you smart here, but know that this is who I am, and this is who I love to be, and this is what I'm about. And not judge me for anything more, and just be like, okay, Oras at the end of the day. And that kind of gives me my freedom to be me and not feel like I need to live this this false illusion of what it means to be me. You know? So please, guys, let's build this community. Let's build this environment. Let's engage. Agree. If there's someone in that comment section, even last week's comment section, you see that one that spoke so harshly to me. Send us a text. Yeah, I don't agree. Oros is amazing. Oros is a beautiful.
Do not be attacking people, guys. That is not what Black Love Unplugged is about.
Black Love Unplugged does not stand for that.
There is no wrong
You're right.
opinion. You know?
There is no wrong opinion, guys. Every
just
opinion
a matter
is...
of also just finding someone who clicks with your opinion. Yeah. So, do you want to say what next week's subject will be, or the surprise?
No, so a surprise next time. Next time. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys. It's been such an amazing 11 episodes with you guys. And thank you so much. And please continue to comment and subscribe and, let us know what you think, what topics you'd want us to speak about.
Yeah, actually, you guys give us the topic for next week. How's that?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Wait, on Instagram or on YouTube?
On Instagram and on YouTube.
Okay.
Put down
and
the topics.
If you like a topic that you see from someone, like it.
So that if the ones with the most likes will know is the subject that we should take
next
on.
week. Yeah. So from me, your girl Bianca Carmichael,
and your boy Oros Mampofu,
we are
Black Love Unplugged.
Enjoy your weekend, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.